evening. I'm Christine Schindewolf, and I'm with W.I.S.E, Women in Search of Excellence. We're a company that partner with very cutting-edge CEOs of companies that are giving back socially, economically, as well as spiritually, and taking a real holistic approach to the community. Today I'm very excited to introduce Karen Justice Guard. Karen, thanks so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you, Christine. I'm so excited to be here.
Well, it's a privilege to have you, especially because I'm just so inspired by your holistic approach in business. It's very unusual to find a CEO of a company that is looking at it from every angle, not just looking at economic advantages to getting back into the community, but also a holistic spiritual sense as well.
Yeah.
Now, you are a very well-known author. You founded your own nonprofit. You have your own product line. But you've now launched something brand new, Lady Justice.
First of all, my last name is Justice, and that has been something that has always inspired me of finding justice in the world and making the wrongs right and not being victimized to negativity, and how we can empower ourselves by making change. This has been such a horrific time for our community of all the losses that we are going through and still going through, that people feel so powerless. And Lady Justice is about bringing balance back in, and about social justice, and about how can we find solutions that will solve some of these crises, that we don't have to rely on government and we don't have to rely on grants, and that us as people can come together as a community and fulfill that and attain that through product lines that we're using anyways.
That's interesting, because if you don't mind sharing, because not everyone will know this about you, a lot of what has driven you to Lady Justice is through loss. When you were writing that book, and just how honest and vulnerable you were within that book, what did that bring to your life? Was that therapeutic for you? Was it healing? Were you able to release some of the things that you went through in your life?
So this whole book is about a journey of taking responsibility for your recovery. Right. And that's really what keeps showing up is. So of course, it was a transformation, it was a regression, going back, looking at it, letting it all go. I grew so much as a woman of telling my truth. And the neat thing is, just because I have been through 12-step programs doesn't mean I have to hold on to, I'm this drug addict, alcoholic. Today I'm an entrepreneur woman, but what I do know is I'm responsible for my recovery. And that's the balance that you have to find, is that when you work through and do your writings and telling your truth and showing up to your meetings and opening up that passion that we all have and that knowledge, all your answers are within yourself, and manifesting. And that's what this book does, is it teaches you to clear the way so you can tap into the passion within yourself to become exactly what you were supposed to be for this earth.
When your father died, it brought you into connection with some of these nonprofits, specifically around those that are looking for cures for cancer. And that ties directly into your product line. Can you explain that tie-in?
And that's really what spiritual transformation is knowing your connection to your purpose. And when my father passed in 1996, he died of pancreatic cancer. And that's one of the cancers that takes you very quickly. And when they tell you have 3 or 4 months, you really do have 3 or 4 months. We had a time together, and that's he got to see the woman that I was, and I got to see the father that I've always wanted, and we were both sober, and it was just an amazing time together. It brought me full circle. The last 2 years, I had done events for the W.I.S.E Cancer Foundation, and working with Dana. That is an amazing woman.
Is that foundation, do they do cancer research, or what is there?
What W.I.S.E is a foundation of hope. A lot of people can't afford to go to clinical trials. And clinical trials that people don't understand are not necessarily in your town. They're in different states, and they're all over the country. And so what W.I.S.E does is provides the funding to be able to get the patient and some of their family members for support to a clinical trial that will give them the airline tickets, the lodging, their food, and keep in close contact as a support.
So the end result is they might be able to extend
Their life.
3 months to 9 months, or 3 months to maybe even a year and a half. But people that didn't have those resources now have an opportunity to.
Well, they're
have more
just not
days.
going home to die. They keep showing up for sustaining their life and being there with their family members to have a more fulfilled life.
So what do your sauces, or what does Lady
What does all
Justice
this
have to
mean?
do with cancer?
So with these product lines, I just had an innovative way that people use barbecue sauce marinades, cookbooks
every day.
every day. So why not have products that you're going to use that are going to benefit someone's life, and also that you can sponsor a life? How amazing is that?
So if I went to the grocery store and got your barbecue sauce instead of what I typically get, that money will go toward sponsoring somebody for cancer treatment?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what the spiritual transformation is that where would have it been? I mean, think about that. My dad passes. I go through chemo myself. I'm healed. End up working at, losing everything because of the economy, working with this woman and her foundation for pancreatic cancer, and now we're working together.
Wow.
That's
Full circle.
spirit, full circle.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you enjoyed Karen Justice Guard as much as I have. I know for sure that there's truly no stopping her. Just one of any of the directions she's going would be a lot to take on, but I believe Karen when she says there is truly no stopping her. So be sure to check out her website to keep up to date on what Lady Justice is doing, and hopefully to participate. Now more than ever, we need to come together as a community and get involved. We'll look forward to seeing you next time to meet our next female entrepreneur. Thanks again, Karen, for coming in.
Thank you.